We pour so much into our families and our homes that we sometimes run on the last drops in our own cup, which leads us then to feeling overwhelmed, overworked, and even unmotivated. Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julie, and I love to encourage wives on their journey of personal growth and womanhood. So if that is something that you are interested in really thriving as a homemaker and a wife, then press that like and subscribe button that you won't miss any videos. So today we will be talking about hobbies and pouring back into our own cups, because if you are a homemaker or a wife, then you are the heart of your home. And as homemakers, we serve our families and we pour so much into them that we are sometimes left with little in our cup. And we firstly look at our husbands for that fulfillment, and we build up resentment towards them if they don't meet our expectations. The truth is, our husband and our families are not obligated to fill our cups. It's a blessing if they do, but they are not obligated to. We serve each other, and we are called to love our neighbors just as we love ourselves. So my question is, how much do you love yourself? Do you pour back into yourself the same way or even the same amount that you pour into your family? I used to go to bed scrolling through my phone thinking that it will unwind me of my day. But each time after that, I would put my phone down and I would feel that I've wasted my time. I would think of all the things that I could have done that would have been more productive or that I would have liked even more. And that even made me feel more stressed than relaxed. But when I do a hobby for my downtime or my unwind time, then I end up feeling satisfied and cheerful because I was pouring back into myself. Scrolling through your phone is not pouring back into yourself. The things we do and the things we create makes us feel filled and more joyful. And the ripple effect of this is the heart of the home, which is you, feels more equipped and delighted to pour into your families the next day. Not having an expectation on my husband or my family to fill my cup when I'm feeling empty has been such a learning curve for me, a journey that God took me on and taught me. It has improved my marriage because now I don't build up resentment towards my husband thinking that he needs to fill all my needs and all my expectations. So I created a free mini-series especially for wives who has built up resentment towards their husband due to unmet expectations. This free series breaks down your beliefs and show you how your marriage can improve if you start focusing on yourself and your own personal growth. If this sounds like you, then you can find the link in the description down below. So I have 10 low energy hobbies that you can do from home after a busy day of homemaking. It requires little effort and it is really something that will make you feel filled and more happy. So I highly recommend that you try them instead of going to bed and scrolling through your phone again. I also have bonus ones at the end that require a little bit more effort, but is also super fun and still very much relaxing. Okay, so let's get into them. So the first hobby on the list is coloring. Who doesn't like coloring? So this is a very easy hobby to do. It requires little effort and it is super relaxing because you are not doing much. So you do get adult coloring books that I think most adults do enjoy, but I've tried them and honestly, all these little pictures that I have to color, I just didn't enjoy it. So I went to the shop and bought myself a kids coloring book with big pictures, and I actually enjoy those more. So I would literally lay in bed at night and color while listening to either classical music because it's something I enjoy or an audiobook. If I'm listening to an audiobook, it feels like I cut off the worries and not thinking about homemaking or anything that I should have gotten done that day, but I'm just focusing on what I am hearing. Or even if you don't want to think or worry about what color to choose, you can do color by number. It's a relaxing hobby and it's super easy, and you can do it with your kids because all kids love coloring. Okay, so number 2 is building Lego. This is a hobby me and my husband kind of picked up during December, our summer holiday. Lego has no age limit. Everyone enjoys Lego. So it was really fun picking up this hobby during the holidays because we spent so much time together or even just in each other's presence. So at night we would put our son to bed and then we would go to the dining room and just start building Lego. Just being in each other's presence or just chatting while we build. And this was just so relaxing and so much fun to do. Lego has no end. There are so many options of things that you can choose from to build. And I think it's also just a bonus that it's a hobby that your husband can do with you. You can either buy big sets and build them together, or like me and my husband, you can do your own sets but still just do it together, just being in each other's presence. Number 3 is puzzles. I love building puzzles. Again, it's like your whole brain switches off when you are busy with a puzzle because you're just searching for the next piece. You are not thinking about anything else except for what is the next piece that you have to find. I do find it difficult to build puzzles at night just because of the light that reflects on the puzzle pieces. But other than that, it is a hobby that you can build the puzzle and then leave it for a while and then come back to building them again. And with that, I want to say that these hobbies that I mentioned is not something that should stress you out, that you have to finish the hobby like that night. No, it's supposed to be relaxing and supposed to be something that you can leave and come back to later. So with puzzles, I find sometimes it's better to just leave the puzzle for a while and then come back to it later, because then you actually find the piece where you have been struggling for 10-20 minutes searching for that piece. Does it happen to you? Because it happens to me a lot of times. So before I had my son, I used to build like 1,000 piece or 1,500 piece. But for now with kids, it's just a little bit too difficult. So I don't really build any puzzles that is more than 500 because then I finish it quicker and it's just easier. Number 4 is diamond painting. This one is super fun to do with an audiobook, because you don't have to focus really on what you are doing. You are just sticking the diamonds to the picture where they show you the colors. It's nice to have a little picture when you're done with it. So it really brings out that creativity and that satisfaction of actually you've made something, and it's something that you can put somewhere if you want to. Number 5 is paint by sticker. Again, this one is very simple and easy to do, and it doesn't require a lot of focus. It is simply taking the sticker and matching it to its number, creating a mosaic-like image. So it's fun in the sense of you have created something when you're done with it. So again, you get that satisfied feeling of you've created something. It's not messy because it's stickers, so you can literally do it anywhere and take it along anywhere you go. Number 6 is air dry clay. Who doesn't like playing with clay? I love the texture of it and that you can basically just create anything you want, but usually mine doesn't come out very well. But it's something fun that you can create and just use your imagination. Or sometimes what I like to do, I like to Google clay figurines that I can replicate. Especially if I am in the mood to create something creative, but I'm also in the mood to not really focus and just to unwind, then I would just replicate a figurine image. Air dry clay, again, you have something that you created that you can put in your house somewhere. So if you are one of the minimalists and you don't really like having a lot of stuff in your house, then you can just play with normal clay that you can just smash after you're done and then just pack it away in a box so you can come back to it later. Number 7 is Bible art journaling. So this is being creative with certain verses in the Bible. Any verse that you've picked and that have stand out to you, to take that verse and just turn it into art. Draw pictures or write things or use stickers, but just to create this scripture into an image for yourself and to just have fun with it. I think this is a great way to meditate on certain scripture as the Bible teaches us to do. While creating this scripture into an image, it's like constantly pondering and talking to the Lord and asking Him to reveal the true meaning of the scripture to you. So it's really about meditating on scripture, and it's just quiet time for yourself. And I think it's a super fun way to spend time with God and really asking Him to reveal the scripture to you. Number 8 is sketching or painting. Most people tell themselves that they are not good at painting or drawing and don't want to even try it. There is no limit in the art industry of paintings being good or bad, because it's just getting your emotions out onto paper. So if you have a mental block to try out this hobby, I'm going to give you a kid's book to read, which is The Dot by Peter Reynolds. I'll link it in the description below. It's a kid's book, but I think it's such a wonderful book for anyone to read or to read to your kids, to just break that belief of you are not able to draw well or paint well. It's not about the picture being beautiful. It's just about getting your emotions out in some way onto a piece of paper. It's like journaling, but not using words to do it. When I started to draw what I used to do, I would like go old school and just take an image that you want to draw a grid on it and draw a grid on a piece of paper and then just replicate the image. It is where most of the artists start. Number 9, writing poetry. I love to write poetry. No, I'm not a true poet, and I can't even remember the things we learned about poetry in school. But I just love making the words rhyme and just being creative with words and really just putting my heart into words, which is one of the difficult things to do. But it's fun to really just sit in that moment and just bring everything out into paper. It is almost like journaling, but only in a poetic way. It's also very good therapy to just get your head and your heart out onto paper and just make room for healing. Number 10, the last one, is reading. Yes, something that most people enjoy. So for me, reading a book is like fiction or non-fiction. You always go on an adventure. It's either an adventure with the characters or on a personal growth journey if you love reading personal growth books. But it's always a journey with a book and adventure, so it's just so much fun and of course relaxing, and you can do it anywhere. But not just about the book. I love going to the library too. If you walk into the library, it's just this calmness and peace that you experience. It is the world outside disappears, time disappears, because everyone is just so peaceful. No one is running around like if you go to the mall. Everyone is just grazing the books and enjoying themselves. Next one I have is swinging. I love to swing. As you can see in the picture that I'm showing now, this is a swing on my parents' farm. And when we moved from the city to the farm, my dad actually moved this swing with because he knows how much I enjoy it. It is just about being in the moment and letting my thoughts flow, praying or just thinking. I don't know, it's just something about swinging that I love. So it's something that I really enjoy. I don't have a swing at home, but I go to the park and usually I take my son with because what kids doesn't like swinging, and then we will just enjoy the moment. So these are all the hobbies that I have for you that's super low energy, requires little effort, but is really about pouring back into ourselves. Remember, we should love our neighbors just as we love ourselves. So it's important for you to actually make time for yourself, to pour back into you, and to make sure that you, the heart of the home, is filled. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And of course, share it with another wife who might need this encouragement today. I'll see you in the next video.